Okay, good afternoon. Naririnig po? Okay naman? So, 2 sections tayo ngayon ha. Magkaiba pala ang combination. So, for our clinical low vision lecture, it's section alpha and section delta. So, clinical low vision is our continuation of our subject in the first semester, which is low vision. Kung mararecall po natin, in the core subject low vision, you were given the knowledge about um, what low vision is all about, 'di ba? Sino yung mga patients for low vision? Then, na-introduce din sa inyo yung mga basic low vision examination. Nung low vision subject, inintroduce na sa inyo yung mga examination, low vision examination, para nga ngayong semester na to, clinical low vision, nakafocus tayo sa pag-handle ng ating actual patient with low vision condition. Okay? So, continuation siya. At alam ko naman lahat tayo ay
Doc?
Okay, so for low vision, it provides students with your clinical knowledge and skills in low vision condition. Kaya nga, kasama sa requirement natin dito is yung of patient para nga yung your gained knowledge from the first semester subject ay mai-apply natin sa ating pasyente. So, 'di ba? In assessing and managing our patient having low vision condition. So, this course focuses on the detailed patient evaluation. No, pag sinabi nating evaluation, how do we evaluate our patient? By conducting different examination para ma-assess mo ano ba yung visual condition niya. And we need to conduct all the tests possible sa ating pasyente so that we can come up or arrive with the right diagnosis of our patient. And sabi nga natin, di ba, if we are handling a low vision case, hindi lang mag-isa ikaw yan. Kailangan collaborative effort ng iba pang health practitioner. Kasi unang-una, bago mo masabing low vision case si patient, kailangan mayroong ocular disease behind it. So, sino ba ang rightful person to diagnose for that disease, di ba? The ophthalmologist. Kaya nga, you will be working hand in hand with the ophthalmologist, no? Pinag-uusapan nyo yung case ng inyong pasyente. And the selection of appropriate visual aids. Hindi lahat ng low vision devices ay i-dispense natin or ipaprescribe natin sa ating pasyente. We have to choose which is the appropriate among a vast array of low vision devices. No, hindi lahat ng pasyente kailangan bigyan mo ng telescope or ng magnifier kung wala rin namang use sa kanya 'yon, no? So dapat hahanapin natin ano yung mga equipment, gadgets na talagang makakatulong sa ating pasyente at makakasagot sa mga problem niya at saka visual need niya. No? So, in this core subject, the emphasis is placed on the role of the optometrist, you as future optometrists, in developing and implementing treatment plans for our patients with low vision condition. No? Hindi tayo nag-stop sa pag-dispense lang ng prescription glasses. We have to take into consideration ano pa yung pwede nating i-prescribe, i-dispense kay patient para naman magamit niya ito at tawag dito, maging more independent siya to regain his confidence sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay niya. Next. So for the course learning outcomes, so upon completion of this course subject, you are expected to conduct comprehensive low vision assessment. So, ito yung trial nyo, no? First try nyo, itong semester na to, nahahawa kayo ng patient with low vision condition. No, applying what you have learned in low vision at yung matututunan nyo pa ngayon. Kasi hindi lang naman kayo magpapasyente ng low vision case. Pag naging fifth year kayo, magpa-patient pa rin kayo ng low vision case. Kaya nga maganda na kung yung mapapasyente nyo ngayon, siya rin yung papabalikin nyo pag nag-fifth year kayo. No? Kung sa sixth year nyo, meron pa tayong mga follow-up ng low vision case nyo, siya pa rin yung mapapabalik nyo. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, piliin yung mabuti yung pasyente nyo na pwede talagang mag-appear during all the follow-ups with the patient. So you have to perform the detailed assessments, no? Minsan kasi yung basic low vision examination is not enough for the type of patient that you have, no? Kailangan gagamit ka ng ibang detailed technique in order to arrive with, for example, ang kailangan mo yung visual acuity niya. Eh yung usual technique, hindi ka makakuha ng visual acuity. Ano pa yung other advanced method of detecting the visual acuity of the patient? So pag-aaralan din ngayon yan. So ano pa? So detailed assessments including visual acuity, very important ang visual acuity no matter how poor it is, kasi that will be your basis when you are giving the prescription of optical low vision devices. Kaya importante ang visual acuity. The extent of the visual field, contrast sensitivity, and other functional vision tests. Totoo naman, yun ang pinag-aralan natin sa previous semester. The different basic low vision examination, which includes the functional vision test. Yun, yung mga perimetry natin, color vision testing natin, contrast sensitivity testing natin. Those are all parts of the functional vision test. Next, interpret low vision assessment result. Nakondak mo yung test. May resulta ka. You have to analyze the result. No? Ano kaya ang magiging effect pag ganito lang yung resulta ng aking perimetry? No? Ano ang epekto nito sa pasyente? Ano lang ang nakikita niya? Halimbawa sa perimetry natin, visual field testing, lumabas, ang kaya lang makita ng patient ay 20 degrees in all different positions of gaze. 20 degrees lang lagi. So basis mo yan. Ano lang ang kayang i-achieve na pwedeng magawa ng pasyente kung 20 degrees? Pwede ba siya maging driver natin? Pwede ba tayong ipag-drive kung 20 degrees lang? So doon papasok yung i-analyze mo yung mga resulta. No? Ano ba ang pwede sa kanya? Like, ano yung work na pwede? Kung ang result ng iyong isa sa mga assessment test mo, the best corrected visual acuity of the patient is 2400, no? Malaki pa sa 2200 na letter E. Yun lang ang best corrected niya. Saan siyang work pwede? No, you have to analyze ano ang pwede na magawa ng ganito na malalaking bagay lang ang kayang makita. Okay? Next, treatment plans. Develop treatment plans for low vision patients. Dito papasok kaya nga in combination with the other subject of vision rehabilitation. Kasama sa management plan mo ng low vision case mo, pumapasok na yung mga rehabilitation technique and strategies na pwede mong sabihin kay patient para ma-adapt niya. And in addition to that, yung recommendation of what is the best low vision device for your patient. No? Ano ba yung pwede sa kanya? No? Hand magnifier ba? Matanda na yung patient. Kaya pa bang humawak ng hand magnifier? O dapat spectacle magnifier lang? Okay. Evaluate the effectiveness of the rehabilitation strategies. Kasi sabi nga natin, part of the management of the low vision case is the inclusion of your rehabilitation technique and strategies. After mong makapagbigay ng design kay patient, you have to make a follow-up on the patient to determine the effectiveness of that training or the program that you have designed for your patient. Kailangan i-evaluate mo. Naging successful ba ito or hindi? Okay? Next. Course content outline natin. So, ano yung mga dapat nating balikang topic, no, dito sa clinical low vision? Since we will be handling patient, included sa mga topics dito, actually 2 topics lang, pero ang dami nitong subtopics. So, the first topic is the clinical assessment of the low vision, in which I have introduced you with the basic low vision examination. Kaya nga ang sabi dito review of the basic low vision examination. Re-reviewin natin very briefly yung mga pinag-usapan natin na low vision examination, no? Like yung ating case history taking, wherein we will be focusing, kasama dun sa ating case history taking is our keen observation on how the patient reach your clinic. Paano siya nakarating? Paano siya nakarating sa clinic mo? Anong ginawa ng pasyente? May kasama ba? O napansin mo, binaybay niya yung clinic mo, kapa siya ng kapa, hanggang ma-reach niya yung door of your clinic. So kasama yan sa case history, di ba? Yung keen observation natin sa ating pasyente. And we are also including in our case history taking ay yung visual problems ng pasyente, knowing that he is a low vision condition. Aside from the problem, the need of the patient. Ano ang kailangan niya? Binibigyan natin ng emphasis yan sa case history taking. No? Then after the case history taking, we do perform visual acuity testing, which is one of the preliminary examination, di ba? Dapat nagre-recall na tayo niya ng ating case record, 'di ba? Case record natin, the clinical case record, 'di ba? Front part case history, patient profile and the case history taking. The second part, we have the preliminary examination. Sabi ko nga, hindi lahat ng preliminary examination is we will be able to conduct it with our patient having a low vision condition. Hindi na applicable sa kanila. Pero for sure, applicable pa rin sa kanila ang visual acuity taking at far and at near, no matter how poor the vision of the patient is. Again, because bakit kailangan nating pilitin makakuha ng visual acuity ng patient? Yan ang basis natin sa pagbibigay natin ng low vision devices. May computation kasi tayo dyan kung paano tayo makakapagbigay ng magnifier at saka telescope. No? So, syempre, under the preliminary examination, kasama rin dyan yung PD of the patient, pwede pa rin natin gamitin pwede natin i-perform ang pupillary examination, no, pupil test, kasi gusto natin malaman kung meron pa bang reaction si patient when presented with light or a near target. No, pipiliin natin ano pa ba yung applicable sa ating pasyente. No? Then, after the preliminary examination, papasok dyan yung ocular health examination na alam naman natin kaya nga siya naging low vision condition Kasi nga merong ocular disease behind it. Kaya dapat lang naman nabigyan natin ng external and internal examination ang ating pasyente. Okay? Next. Then we have the refraction. Again we do not recommend the use of phoropter head when assisting or assessing a patient with low vision condition. Paano kasi kung nag-eccentric viewing? Hindi siya maka-eccentric viewing kasi natatakpan ng phoropter head. So, mas maganda, trial frame talaga. Okay? So, ang dami under refraction di ba? We can perform radical retinoscopy, the subjective refraction, automated refraction. Ano pa? Then, after the refraction of our patient, sabi natin, di ba, we cannot perform accommodative test. We cannot perform convergence test with our patient. So, proceed tayo dun sa mga functional vision test like perimetry, color vision test, then the contrast sensitivity test. No? Kailangan yan under the basic low vision examination. Okay? Dapat nag-undergo ang ating pasyente ng different tests. So what about the advanced low vision examination? These are detailed techniques, aaralin natin. Ano po ba yung ibang way on how to examine a patient having a low vision condition? Alam ko na yung basic pero ano ba yung advanced way of examining a low vision case? Then we have the functional vision assessment. Okay. Then number two topic natin is about treatment, planning, and intervention. No? The use of the optical aids and devices, no? Optical tsaka non-optical. Dito kasi sa optical aids and devices, diyan yung marami tayong computation, no? Computing for the magnification needed by the patient. Kasi hindi lang basta yan binibilan mo ng magnifier. Kino-compute mo dyan, ano ba yung kailangan na magnifier ni patient, no? Ano ba yung pwedeng makapagpa-improve sa nakikita ng ating pasyente? Yun yung pinag-uusapan dyan. So, meron niyang computation. And we have lots of computation for low vision. Pero, hindi na natin lahat aalamin. Kasi hindi naman lahat ginagamit. Yung most common computation for the calculation of magnification, yun lang yung ituturo ko sa inyo. Kung ano yung ginagamit din sa future practice, sa resources for the blind, yun lang din ang ituturo natin. Kasi napakaraming numbers niyan. Magkakalituhan na kayo sa sobrang dami. So, yung mga basic lang. Okay? So, ayan, magre-recall na naman tayo. Kasi kung nung sa first semester, pinag-usapan, na-identify lang, di ba? In-identify lang natin yung different types of the low vision devices, both optical and non-optical. Dito, aaralin natin ano ba yung proper way of using those low vision devices. Paano ba ang proper way paggamit ng spectacle magnifier? Basta lang ba yan isusuot? Hawakan yung reading materials? Ano ba? May mga step-by-step way yan. Ganon din ang ating hand magnifier. Hindi lang yan basta hinawakan mo. Diba? Inilalapit, nilalayo mo yan kasi gusto mong malaman saan niya makikitang malinaw. Oo, makakabili ka ng magnifier. Pero, hindi lang basta binili mo. Alam mo gamitin. Alam mo ituro sa pasyente paano gamitin yan properly so that it will be very beneficial to the patient. Okay? Then, we have, so yan iaaralin natin, tamang paggamit, how to use the telescope, to use the spectacle magnifier, the hand magnifier, the stand magnifier, and also the different non-optical devices. Paano ba talaga ang tamang paggamit ng mga visor, ng hat, para masabi natin hindi masisilaw ang ating pasyente? Pinag-uusapan yan dito. No? Proper way of using all those gadgets. Then, we also have yung Kasi nga kadugtong nito, after nito kasi rehabilitation. What is your rehabilitation plan for your patient? For example, knowing that the patient has a very poor vision, let us say meron lang siya counting fingers. So gaano, isa sa rehabilitation plan mo is your duration of your rehabilitation. Gaano mo siya katagal ipapasok sa training? No? Importanteng pinag-uusapan nyo yan. Hindi yung basta one time, big time na nakapag-training ka kay patient. Dapat yan all year round. Hanggang ma-imbibe niya na yung training na binibigay mo, then he can be independent in doing that. So, ang daming aaralin dyan. Okay? Ano pa ba? Very short lang yung aking discussion ngayon kasi nga yung mga unang nating topic ulit lang naman yan eh. No, the review of the basic low vision examination. So yung ating mga new topics yan, yung advanced low vision examination. Okay? So the next time we meet, sabi ko nga, meron naman tayong, dahil nakapag-online tayo ngayon, ang next meeting natin on-site, we will have a quiz on the basic low vision examination. Review to nung nakaraan. Bakit kailangan natin magkaroon ng quiz? Kasi based doon sa mga nakaraan nyo, no, medyo nagkakamali kayo sa visual acuity taking. No, doon kayo medyo nagkakaroon ng maraming mali. But then, we have to review all the tests, the low vision tests that are being conducted to our patients. No, para sure tayo na by the end of January, mag-start na kayong mag-handle ng patient's case. So para medyo mas may confidence na, 'di ba? Ano pa? Yun pala no, nagkaiba-iba kayo ng section. May mga nalipat so nagulo yung ating mga groupings. Ayusin natin 'yan ha. Kasi dapat equally distributed ang lahat ng ginagawa per group. No? Question so far. So ang aralin nyo ha, ang reviewin nyo yung ating nakaraang subject about low vision assessment. Kasi yun yung quiz natin for next meeting. So on Tuesday, si Section A, kasi dalawang beses ko minimit ang Section A, tama ba? Nang Tuesday, dalaw po ang test natin ha. Isang sa vision rehabilitation, isa sa clinical low vision. Then, Section D, clinical low vision, may test tayo. Okay? So, kung wala na po tayong tanong, sabi ko nga, very short yung ating meeting ngayon, then you may go. Salamat po. Thank you. Ito again ha, itong mga nandito, isi-send ko sa inyo sa Sabado. Salamat po.
Thank you po, Doc.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you po, Doc.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.